G'day, today we're going to have a look at the weekly challenge in Mini Motorways. This one's set in Manila. So this is the 8th of July. We have unlimited road tiles, like double the number of roundabouts. I'm going to start with 3 motorways. I don't think I'm going to block today. I think I've had unlimited road tiles, enough blocking done. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to border. So I'm going to let guys have a border around them. To see how impact that makes when we connect them. But that's all we'll do, just to sort of leave us a little bit of access around some of these places, and eventually we'll get rid of those too. So I guess a little bit of news for me too. So I currently my job that I was working at finished up a couple of weeks ago, and I've been looking for new work, and I've got a job that is probably going to start at the beginning of August, which means I've just got to wait out another month of doing nothing. And I thought, you know what, I'm not sure I want to do nothing, so I asked my daughter the other day, "Can I go to Japan?" She said yes. So next week, 9 days notice, we are going to bounce over and spend 2 weeks in Japan. So any recommendations, especially for a child, I'd love to hear them. So I'm kind of leaning towards, definitely Disneyland's going to be in there, and Tokyo is going to be the majority of what we do. I'm umming and ahhing about whether we go to Osaka just to ride the bullet train, to potentially go to what's the other one? Universal Studios. Not Universal Studios, sorry, go to the aquarium, because I've got the whale sharks there. Universal Studios I'm not too fussed about, because I've taken her to LA before, and she's been to Universal Studios there. She's only 8, and the roller coasters are probably beyond her at the moment, so just the idea of going for the roller coasters isn't really a big sell. It's more just sort of seeing stuff, and she's seen Mario World and Harry Potter World and all that. Whereas Disney is a bit more that she'll be into the rides, and it's got its own little sort of flavor to it. So the other big place that I hear good things about is Kyoto, but I don't think an 8-year-old would care about Kyoto. That's the sense I'm getting. I don't know what to do with this yellow guy here. Just sort of connect him into the same point. See how that goes. A roundabout, if we could fit it in here, would probably be a better setup for that. Yeah, like Kyoto seems to be heavily the vibe, just sort of like really chilling and just feeling it. But I'm like, I think that I can take it easy in Tokyo if I want to take it easy. And we don't have to go all the way to Kyoto to do that. Sort of basically just to reduce the amount of different hotels we're staying at, just so that she's not being pushed around a bunch. The other question, so I have, there's a Sanrio Puro Land place, and she's very big on Sanrio, so that would probably be on there. I've already let her know the distance. It's like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get there from the center of Tokyo, so she's okay with that. She's briefed. The other one was there's a Moomin Troll land on the outskirts of Tokyo, and I need to read more into that, about what are the pros and cons of that. So it's a real wild week for me, that I've got 1 week to map out 2-week trip. But why not? I think the time's more scarce than the money, so let's take advantage of the time. Okay, so we've got this guy now in needing blocking, and I think that we'll just try and get all the way around. We have infinite road, so it's not like that's going to short us at all. There's a long journey that they have to take, though. I'm going to have him turn like that just in case it gives us a pink house there, because I imagine eventually we're going to make these pink houses just motorway over. Alright, that's as I say, it's a problem with how far south this guy is that we'd need to have someone cut across that pink line, so already it was justification to get rid of the pink line. But luckily this house over here showed up and saved the day. Actually, the other Tokyo thing as well is animal cafes. I think that she'd be real big into those. If you've ever been to any, have any recommendations for those? 100%, I'd love to hear about them. Well, we're getting all our yellow houses bunched in for this one guy when we really need them to come out this other side to help out these guys, because I can connect this guy into that roundabout, but now it means we've got two destinations being looked after by one house. We could just do that, let this guy come out and assist. Which isn't great, and it's certainly not a long-term solution. But additionally, I could also get some of these guys turned around to go help out as well. As you can see, there's two sets of houses here where they aren't really doing anything. Those houses do look like they're getting worse rather than getting better, though. That's why these destinations. Alright, so where am I taking you? I feel like you're just going to run straight up the river. Across that way. We definitely need more yellow houses. Quite clear at the moment. Alright, what are we going to do with pink here? I feel like what we've got to do is we've now got to send this guy around the top. That bridge to go. Get in that way. In the meantime, we can do that. And then we can put a roundabout here. That guy access as well. Then we can run that down there. That connection. That connection. Just curious if I connected this guy up here. Okay. They're definitely still heading south. Let's flip that guy around. These two guys, what we can do is run them to there. I reckon we could turn that guy around now as well. What I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to get rid of our borders. I think we've got these inner city guys already laid out, separated enough that it should just be houses that can fill in those areas now. the worst placement for red. Does now mean we've got all the reds are just catering to all the reds. They're all on the same one line. Huge fan of. And pink's just joined that as well. So let's get rid of this. Give this pink that destination. Now with these yellows over here. I'm struggling with the layout of what we've got going on in this part, mainly because we're just not getting much separation of houses. Like, all the houses are pretty, what would be the word, like community together. So it's making it a bit trickier to figure out who should be going where. I think that what we need to do is get rid of this road as well. These guys can now bounce to there. And I will just make a straight line there that they can sort of go to one or the other. This section here is shared between two... Actually, what I was going to do is take these yellow guys and run them through that gap. But now that gap doesn't exist anymore because of this guy. It does mean that exclusively on that network now is orange houses for this north section. There are the two yellow houses on that side as well. Let's just separate it like this for now. Alright, well that solves this bit. What we'll do is we're just got to get rid of that for a moment. Does that make sense? I don't think that makes sense. I feel like I was doing something else. I've gone blank on what it was. Guess it would have been this guy. Alright, so this guy certainly now needs more just direct attention. Alright, let's... put in a roundabout here. And run this guy all the way down and around the bottom. Till this goes, and then we can cut him across the top. Also means that what we can do is we can cut these two in half. So let's flip that back around the other way. And those two guys are helping out there. I still feel a bit understaffed with pink. Yellow's probably a bit lean as well. Red has a ton of houses. Yeah, let's just take these two guys on the top. We're getting a lot of greenhouses in the top left. I don't know, we need to get all these greens down. At the moment these two guys look okay. They are definitely understaffed, and with the amount of greenhouses we've got at the top, I can't imagine we're going to get a lot more greenhouses down the bottom. Okay, so let's take these three blue houses and we're going to run them that way. We don't need these two anymore. This guy down here. Give them a motorway. Really messy layout that we've got there. But it does give us a third green destination, which hopefully reduces the chances of our greens overloading. Keeping an eye on that blue at the top. He doesn't seem to be sort of just finding his feet, I guess, with three houses. Yeah. Let's pause for a second. That's going to go a roundabout in here for that guy. That guy to there, and that roundabout means we can use this guy to give him two more houses. It also means though that we've now removed this guy from being connected, but I can do that. But what I actually think is that I should get rid of that and this and do that connection so that the circular destination isn't part of the network, although now I've just got a new circular destination up here. Ink is also understaffed at the top. So let's get this guy, that guy. What we're going to do is we're going to move that node away over there. Then you're going to get rid of this road. Take these four houses and send them there. quickly need these guys to come back off this road so that can shift. Okay. Just quickly. We don't want to die from this. Let's just quickly set up that motorway. You get at least some support heading up there. Well, that's built. That's now built, so we can delete that. Okay, this circular destination here too, he's only got 3 houses looking after him that have to work through a network. So I'm going to turn this guy around. Let this house have 3. He's probably going to be fine with 5. Let's just give this guy these 3 houses too. Good get. Probably one more yellow house here. I was like, I'd disconnect these other guys, but if these other houses, if these yellow houses on the bottom are actually just operating as backups, which you can see now, like, well, the 6 of these guys are all just sitting there back at home. Which means that they're not bothering this network unless there's an emergency. Okay, this guy up here, he needs some attention. Let's get a roundabout to him. And then we can run these 2 guys up. Help out with that one. Let's have 2 houses on this side that could go up there and help him out as well. But I need a roundabout. I can get these 2 guys to come over here. So what we need to do is take these 3 orange houses and run them under, because then what they can do is they can get to this guy and back without actually even getting in the way of yellow. Orange here is, actually both oranges, looking a little bit of a struggle. Like in a way that I would suspect that there might be a surge at the moment. Pause this guy for a second. Get them support over there. Still a lot of a lot of greenhouses in the top left that aren't being used that we can consider for the circular destinations we may end up with. Luckily, so far we've had a fair few motorways. So these like sort of backup motorway lines that we've had have always had like available motorways to sort of lay them out. That red in the top center, he's not looking great. Red down the bottom right's not looking great either. So, because this guy's struggling with what he's got, I think that what we're going to do is let's just try and shorten the trip that he's doing. Still losing that battle. Think about the layout I've got here. So these three guys down here can really look after this guy pretty well. Now I've got these guys here looking after one all the way up here. I feel like there's a section of this bit that actually of two guys I still want to connect. So take these guys and let's bounce them to there. And at the same time, can I get these guys out there? Since they're not connecting into the roundabout to do that. Orange down the bottom's also struggling. We're out of motorways at the moment. But this is sort of an issue where you'll have more than one of the same color struggling because the other one's struggling. So can we fix this by like just clearing out jobs that are remaining on either one of these? So for example, if we cut this with our spare motorway, hold this motorway 10, so I guess we're not going to see any more motorways if we're up to 10. We'll see. So if we can get these guys down here, basically to try and help this guy at the top just not be so bombarded. You can see the guy down the bottom's calming down, and we're slowly winning the battle with this guy. Green down the bottom's about to be unhappy with us. So, what if we take this guy, bridge out, the last bridge, so we can't even connect him to anything else, and run him down. We get 4 houses down the bottom just to help out a little bit. This pink up here. We don't have any bridges either, so we can't just sort of turn more guys around into this section. He's also struggling, so we can't like claim anything off him. I think pink's just gonna cry. I don't think there's anything we can do about it. This yellow here is also about to go. So we're just gonna be a foot race between yellow and pink. It'd be nice if we could hit 5,000. But I don't think we're going to be able to save this guy. Even though we're moving fast, yeah, we just don't have any bridges, so I've just got nothing that I can shift around anywhere to help out. Come on, hold out till 5,000. Oh no, we lost that guy. Close though. Real solid effort. Alright, let's see how we compare with everyone else. What day is it? It's early in the week, isn't it? Top 2%. Not too bad. 31. There we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.